Hi everyone, it's Monday again. It is Monday the 12th of April and I'm here in Santiago with just another great day. Really, it's colder today, but the weather has been kind of rainy, but not too bad over the last few days. So, Pilgrim wise, I think I was finally the statistics from the Pilgrims office is out for March. So I have it down on my screen, that's why I'm looking down, but I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see as well. They had in March 175 people from Europe, got through Compostela, 10 people from South America, 5 from North America, and 4 from Asia. And you might be wondering, how is that possible when you can't travel? I'm thinking these are probably students that were already in Spain and they just gave their home country as their country, I guess, when they arrived. I'll put a link to this statistics down in the description if you watch this video on YouTube, and then you could look at it yourself. Interesting to see 121 people did the Camino Frances, 29 Camino Inglés, 16 Portuguese, 10 Primitivo, 8 Camino de Costa, Portuguese, and 5 de la Plata, 4 Inviernos, and then 1 did another one that is not specified. 105 men, 89 women. Anyway, interesting reading. Of course, not normal. We should have had a lot more people, but still. Most of these people walked in Easter. That's why the numbers are so high. I also saw some numbers that were higher than this for one day, but I'm not exactly sure how they calculate these numbers, because I saw on the paper in La Voz de Galicia they had a higher number than this. But so 175, 85, 90, 109, close to 200 is what they are reporting on the Pilgrims Office website. Either way. COVID-wise, Spain is ticking up slowly. I'll show you a graph on the screen where you could see that it's slowly ticking up. What you're seeing is Spain. So Galicia is a little bit of a different story. Spain right now has 175 cases over the last 14 days per 100,000 inhabitants, which is a bit higher than we were a few weeks ago. We were down to about 129, I think, in Spain. In Galicia, we're at 71. So we are one of the better regions with a lower number. The 71 number is a number for 4 days ago. So I don't think they've updated the statistics for Monday yet. So, it's with anything else, as I said before, it's vaccine. We're waiting for vaccines. There's a lot of people that have been vaccinated, over 2,000 in Santiago over the weekend. So it's getting there, but it's a little bit slow. Also, you could see there was an article in the paper today that the people over 80 had drastically lowered the mortality rate of COVID for people over 80. And of course, that's related to the vaccine. What else? I think I mentioned last week that the May 9th, I forgot if I mentioned it or not. May 9th, there's the end of state of emergency, because in November last year, the Prime Minister and the government in Madrid implemented a state of emergency that went from November last year to May 9th or May 8th this year. And they did that so that they could have special powers to restrict people's movement in Spain and things like that, which is normally not possible if you're not in a state of emergency. So the current state of emergency, as I said, ends May 8th or May 9th. So the intentions of the Prime Minister in Madrid, according to a newspaper article I read, is not to renew it. Meaning, starting May 9th, it will be very difficult, I think, for the government, either regional or national, to restrict people's movements. Meaning that it should be possible to move freely around in Spain. Meaning it is possible then legally, I think, if nothing happens until then, that it is possible to walk full caminos. you can then move around within the regions in Spain with no problem, if nothing changes. But that's what it looks like. So I just wanted to let you know about that. Of course, Schengen, so if you're in a Schengen country, you are allowed to travel within Schengen, as long as you just have all the PCR tests and all of that as required by your home country when you come back, and in Spain when you enter. So that's the thing. What else? Portico de la Gloria. You know, the cathedrals, of course, has been reopened after they have finished the fixing up of the cathedral. But the Portico de la Gloria, which has its own entrance, it's actually in the front of the cathedral, but it has been blocked off. That was a few years ago. And you enter the Portico de la Gloria from the front. And you can only do so after they finish the restoration in groups. So they have a guide with you, and you can walk in there with a group, and it costs a few euros. So they have been closed, of course, for the last few months because there's not been many tourists in town. But there was an article in La Voz saying today that they will start the tours again at the end of this month. So that's good. So whenever you come into town, you should be able to book a tour guide, a group, or join a group that is already there, I'm guessing, for walks and to see the Portico de la Gloria. There's also rooftop tours of the cathedral. I'm sure many of you have been to those. They have also been stopped because they're not quite done at the roof yet, so they're fixing it up. So I think there was talk about maybe in July or August they would open up the rooftop tours again, because they're still doing work at the rooftop. What else? So you might see that we're in a different location this time, and I'll put on a video showing a little bit where we are. For those of you that have been using my luggage storage, you know where this is, because I'm upstairs from the luggage storage, just around the corner from the food market. And this is this place upstairs. Our idea is to rent it out to people that come visit Santiago and staying for a longer period of time. Due to the restriction of Airbnbs and like short-term rentals in Old Town, we're not allowed to rent on a day-by-day basis. So the minimum rent period will be a month. But if you're interested renting a place and a house in Santiago, let me know, email me, and we could figure something out. I'm going to set up a website for the house with photos and videos and everything, but I'm still working on it. It's coming. But I did a short walk around Santiago earlier today, to the market, walked down through the streets and then down to the market, and made a turn and came back around to this house. So I'll add that video to the end of this one, so you could see what Santiago looks like today and where the location of this house is. Hope you enjoy. Hope the week is good where you are, and stay safe.